8, 4 8s are 32. இது தப்பா எழுதிருக்கு. 16, 20, 24 தானே எழுதணும். 4 6 are 4 6 are எவ்வளோ?
4 6 are
24. பாரு 4 6 are பாரு எவ்வளோ?
24.
ஆமா நீ என்ன எழுதிருக்க? 28 எழுதிருக்க. ஓகே ஃபைன்.
இந்த லாப்பர் இல்ல
எழுதிக்கோ. Hello. Good evening, students. Can you able to hear me? And the PPT is visible?
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening. Yes. Okay. Today we are going to see the point-to-point protocol. Okay, point-to-point protocol and HDLC. Okay, already in the previous class we have discussed about HDLC. Okay, high-level data link control protocol. It is a general purpose protocol that can be used for both what point-to-point and multi-point configuration. One of the most commonly used protocol was what point-to-point. Okay, access is to point-to-point protocol, that is byte-oriented protocol. Okay. So what is point-to-point protocol? It is a byte-oriented protocol. And what is HDLC? It is a bit-oriented protocol. Okay. Hello. What is HDLC? What type of protocol is HDLC? What type of protocol is HDLC? It is a bit-oriented protocol. Okay, it is a bit-oriented protocol. And what type of protocol is PPP? It is byte-oriented protocol. Okay. Okay, fine. See, the topics which we are going to see in a point-to-point protocol is what? Framing, transition frame, multiplexing, and multi-link. Okay. What can anyone please tell me what is the difference between multiplexing and multi-link? Hello. What is multiplexing? Multiplexing means that what? Many to one, right? Hello. Multiplexing is many to one or not? At least say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
multiplexing is means that many to one. Okay. And what is meant by multi-link? How I can able to share the medium? Okay. How I can able to share the medium? Hey, Satam Padadri, Polar. கோவம் வந்துச்சு அப்பாக்கு அப்புறமேட்டு இது Can you able to hear me now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay, ma'am. So what is multiplexing? It is many to one. Okay. What is multi-link? Multi-link means that sharing the data. Okay, sharing the data. We are having the hotspot, right, in Wi-Fi. Okay, multi-link means that what? The same bandwidth we are going to share it to what? Many different people. Okay, that is called as multi-link. Okay, the same network we are going to share it with the multiple users. Okay, have you understood the difference between multiplexing and multi-link?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. The next thing is like, what is PPP protocol? Okay, in PPP protocol, in HDLC protocol, what are the three types of frames? Please tell me. In HDLC. In HDLC alone, we are having three different types of frames. What are the three types of frames? One is what? U frame.
I frame, S frame.
Yes, very good, very good, very good. Okay, U frame, I frame, and S frame. Okay. So this is what the different purpose we will use it for use frame. That is connection establishment, data transfer, and connection termination. Okay. Are understanding why we are using three different types of frames? What is the purpose of using three different types of frame? I have told you. Connection. Anyone please tell me? Yeah, connection. 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 What? Connection establishment, right? And then data transfer. And then is what? Connection termination. Okay, for that only three different types of frame we have used in what? Okay, HDLC. I do not remember again and again. Okay, if you are understanding this concept, you will not do mistake in any particular point of view. Okay, while you are studying. Okay, but in the case of point to point, we will be dealing about what? One particular node to all other nodes. Okay, that is flag bit. And here also we are having what? The flag bit. Okay, and then the address. So each and every, okay, each and every, okay, bit that will be occupied by what? 1 byte. 1 byte means what? It consists of 8 bits. Okay. If it is all or one, if it is all or one, it is properly it is transmitting. Anyone is getting 0, some error have been occurred. Okay. Means that what? Some error have been occurred. Okay. And then the address. And thus the sender MAC ID will be there, and then the receiver MAC ID will be there. That is what the address. Okay, and then control bit. Whether there is any error occurred or not, whether there is any error occurred or not. Okay, for that one, for that purpose only we are having what? Control. Okay, we are having control over things. And then the protocol. What protocol you are using? Whether it is SDLC or PPP. Okay. What type of protocol we are using here, and then the payload. What is meant by payload? The maximum amount of information that is getting transmitted. That is called as what? Payload. Okay, and then FCS, and then the flag bit. Okay. So this is what the PPP format header, frame header, or the format header will be called as. Okay. So PPP is a byte-oriented protocol using byte stuffing. Okay. But in the case of HDLC, we will call it as what? Bit stuffing. Okay. Here in PPP protocol, we will call it as byte stuffing, and in HDLC, we will call it as what? Bit stuffing. Okay. Bit by bit, it will be transmitted, but in the largest frequency. Okay. Byte stuffing, byte by byte, it will be gets transmitted with the escape sequences byte. Okay. That is when there is a consecutive number of 5 ones. What it will display? Please tell me. This we have seen previously. When we are having 5 consecutive ones, what will do? Hello? What will be the next bit? Hello? We are having 5 consecutive number of ones. We will have what? We are having 5 consecutive number of ones. We will get 0. Okay, so that we can able to identify very easily that whether the error have been occurred or not. Okay. For that purpose only we are maintaining this rule. If it is byte-oriented transmission, then there is 5 consecutive. It is 0 followed by 5 number of ones, means that what? It is any error occurred in this particular stream or not. We can able to easily go through it. Why they have taken this 5 ones? Have you know everything? Please tell me why they have taken this 5 ones. Why not 4 ones or 3 ones or 2 ones? If you are converting into 8421 code, what will be these indicates? 0, 5 ones, 0, 1. Please tell me anyone. 8, 4, 2, 1 for 4-bit indication. Then it is 16, 32, 64. If it is 6-bit indication, right? And it is 124. Okay, if it is 124. 124 means what? It is 2 to the power of what? Please tell me anyone. 2 to the power of how much? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hello? 2 to the power of 7 is equal to what? 2 to the power of 0 to 7. We will be having 8 variations are there. We will be having 8 number of bits or not. 8 bits is equal to how many bytes? Please tell me, anyone? At least tell me. 8 bit is equal to what?
1 byte.
It is equivalent to 1 byte, correct? Okay, it is equivalent to 1 byte. 8 bit is equivalent to 1 byte. So, if you are having a bit called as 0 and it is followed by 5 ones and a 0, okay? That we have seen it previously. And a 0 followed by 1. Okay, totally 8 bits we are having. If the bits are in this format, then it is called as PPP. They have used this protocol called as PPP protocol they have used. Other than this combination, we will call it as what? HDLC. Okay, understanding why? Because it is bit-oriented protocol. Okay, only in the byte-oriented protocol we will be having 0 followed by how many ones? Anyone please tell me? Reply.
5 ones.
Yes, 5 ones. Okay, after 5 ones you will get what value you will get it? 0 and then 1. Okay, right? This is the format you need to note it down or you need to remember. Okay, how a escape byte will be there. Okay, escape byte will be means what? The flag bit. Okay, for this particular protocol, what will be the number or what will be the indication that we are using PPP protocol or HDLC protocol, which makes the difference. If you are having PPP protocol, we are having what? 0 followed by 5 ones and then 0, 1. Okay, so totally 8 bits will be there. So the 8 bits will be equivalent to 1 byte. So 8 bits will be equal to the power of 7. So it will be what? The total of what? How much? The value is okay, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus what? 32 plus 64 plus 32 plus what? 18. Sorry, 8 plus 4 plus 16 plus 4 plus 8, 4 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, 8421 code. You know about 8121 code, right? What is the decimal equivalent of this number? Remember? This is 1, this is 0, this is what? This is 4, this is 8, this is 16, this is 32, and 64. You add it and tell me the decimal equivalent of this number so that you can remember easily. 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. How much? 64 plus 32, it is 96. 96 plus 16, it is 112. 112 plus 8, 120. 120 plus 4, okay, 124. 124 plus 1, it is 125. Okay, this is the decimal equivalent of this number. Are you understanding? Hello?
Sir.
Yes, this is the decimal equivalent of this number. If you are maintaining this 125, what is the beauty of this 125? 0 followed by 5 consecutive ones. If you are having, the next value will be 0 and then 1. Okay, that indicates that it is a byte-oriented protocol. Remember, again and again I am saying. Okay, and then what are the different types of transition phase we are having? Okay, so this we can able to correlate with the operating system. Okay, what are the different phases of the program life cycle or the process life cycle? One is called as dead state. Dead state means what? The process is getting completed. Okay, there is no burst time. All the burst time is completed. Then it will be a process will be in the dead state. Okay, when the process will be in the dead state, remember that when the burst time is completed. Suppose for example, process 1 is having the burst time as 5. Okay, 5 milliseconds. Okay, if all the 5 milliseconds is getting completed, then the process will be goes to the what state? Please tell me. It is dead state. Okay, there is no further milliseconds to execute in the process number 1. Okay, there is no. You have drawn the Gantt chart, right? Have you drawn that gang chart? Okay, for each and every process, you will be drawing the gang chart for that. Okay. For that, it will check that whether it is in the dead state or not. What is meant by dead state? It is dead means that it is in the alive state. Then it will be all the burst time is completed. The total execution of the process is completed. That's why it is in the dead state. Okay. Then it will move on to what? Carrier detected. Okay, carrier detected. Okay, first one, what we are doing? We are establishing the connection. We are establishing the connection between the sender and the receiver. Okay. If authentication not needed, if the authentication is not needed, you can able to directly go to the network. If the authentication is needed, what is authentication? You will have a login password. Okay. Login ID and password. If you are having login ID and password for a website, that is indicates what? Authentication or not? If you are having a login ID and password, that indicates what? Please tell me anyone. If you are having login ID and password, if you are having, you will be having what?
Authentication.
You will be having, very good. You will be having authentication. Okay. If you are any website you are launching it or if you are visiting it, if you are not asking any about login ID and password, then directly it will go for what? The network. Okay. If it is going for the authentication purpose, it will ask for the login ID and password. Okay. So connection establishment will be takes place. After the authentication will be received, the data transfer will be takes place, and then what it will do? It will go for data termination or connection termination. Okay. See here, terminate. Okay. And then is what? Open. If it is not, call dropping. Okay, carrier dropping or call dropping, we will call it as. Okay. Have you ever heard about call dropping experience while calling someone while you are in the connected stage? What is call dropping exactly? Please tell me anyone. What is call dropping? Hello? What is going to be call dropping? Please tell me. What is meant by call dropping? While we are talking, suddenly the network will get failure, right?
Problem, yeah, network problem.
Yes, while we are connected to someone, suddenly while we are talking to someone, this network will get failure. That is the exact meaning of carrier dropping. At that time, what is dropping exactly? It is not the original message. What you are talking to your receiver, it is not able to get it. Okay. Why? Because it is modulated signal. What is what? It is modulated. Okay. Your original signal is modulated into what? Your original signal is modulated into modulated signal. Actually, your original signal that is combined with the carrier signal and it is modulated and it is called as modulated signal. What is meant by carrier? The original signal, it is combined with what? The carrier signal only. The original signal is combined with what? The carrier signal and it is converted into the modulated signal. The carrier will be dropped. Okay, that's why the network is getting failure. If the network is getting failure, whenever you are talking to a sender to the receiver, at the time immediately you can able to say that call ended. Okay. Hello, have you experienced this one? Please tell me. Have you experienced the carrier drop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So while you are talking, immediately the call will get ended. So you will go to the dead state. Okay. Again, you will what you will do? You will call to the center. Okay. That is what is going to happen. Okay. Then you will do open. Are understanding all these 6 phases? Any doubt in any phase? You just remember the transition phase as connection establishment, data transfer, and connection termination. You can able to understand this diagram very easily. Okay. If you are not incorporating with what? If you are not incorporating with the 3-way handshake protocol, it is very difficult to understand this diagram. Okay. And then multiplexing. What I have told you about multiplexing, it is many to one. We are having in cable cable TV channels. Okay, there are many channels that is going to broadcast to your TV television device. Okay, so you will choose the frequency what you want and you will choose the channel, right? Suppose you can, for example, you need to see the Vijay TV, so you will choose that particular frequency. Have you noticed about the frequency level? The frequency or the hertz, what it is displayed in the TV, it is unique or not? At least say that. Hello, have you noticed the things in the TV? It is displayed, it is frequency division multiplexing, FDMA technique, okay? Hello, are we understanding? So you are receiving the channels in the TV, right? What kind of multiplexing technique it is using? It is, hello? It is what? It is frequency
Frequency
division.
division in multiplex.
Okay, in your mobile phone? Mobile phone we are having, okay? Many people are communicating in one particular time. Okay, what is that? What is the way of multiplexing is that? Anyone? Please tell me, what is the way of multiplexing is that? Your mobile communication. Can you able to say that the mobile communication is SDMA? Code division multiplexing? You are having the unique phone number or not? Nandini or Rajeshwari, you are having the unique phone number with you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That is
sir.
the code division multiplexing or not?
Yes, sir.
So what you are using in your mobile phone, it is code division multiplexing with the what? Collision detection and collision avoidance. Okay. Collision detection and collision avoidance technique we are using. That is what multiplexing scheme. Multiplexing means what? Many to one. It will having a different types of multiple axis methodologies, multiple axis mechanism we are having. What are the different types of multiple axis mechanism we are having? That is what we are going to be the second next chapter. What we are going to discuss. What are the different types of multiple axis schemes that are available? One is amplitude division multiplexing, code division multiplexing, and frequency division multiplexing. In frequency division multiplexing, we are having what? In frequency division multiplexing, again we are having what? Two different types of things. One is called as what? Collision detection and collision avoidance. Okay? Can you able to understand? Collision detection and the collision avoidance. What is going to be collision and when the collision will be occurred? Please tell me. Anyone? What is going to be collision division and what is going to be collision avoidance? I am asking. Collision detection means that if there is any error have been occurred or not. What is collision avoidance? After the error have been occurred, we are going to detect it and we are going to correct it also. Okay? Are understanding the techniques? Hello? Shall we proceed it?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, in network layer we are having data from different network protocols. Okay, TCP or UDP. From that you will be receiving the data. Okay, we are not talking about TCP or UDP. Okay, or STMP. What is TCP? Anyone tell me the full form?
Transmission control protocol.
Okay, what is UDP?
User data.
User datagram protocol. Okay, what is SEMP?
Synchronous.
Stream control protocol. Okay, stream control. It will be supports both TCP and which supports both the TCP and the UDP. Okay, stream control protocol. Okay, in data link layer we are having what? NCP. Okay, and then OSI, CP, and then IPCP, okay, control protocols, okay, and then LCP. We are having what? This we have seen it, okay. See here this diagram. This is called as what? Payload, okay. This payload only it is divided into two things, okay. This payload, what is the IP? Means what is the Internet Protocol payload? Whether it is IP version 4 or IP version 6. What is OSI layer? Okay, whether it is fixed size framing or a variable size framing. Okay, CHAP and then PAP. Okay, there are plenty of things about this payload. Okay, payload means what? What are the maximum number of load it can able to be transmit? Are understanding? As a human being, what is the maximum number of weight you can able to lift it? Please tell me. What is the maximum weight you can able to lift it? Can you able to lift a 1000 kg product?
No.
No, sir.
No, you are not able to lift it. Correct?
100. Maybe
So
100.
likewise, what is the payload? Okay, what is the payload? Are understanding what is exactly payload? What is the maximum capacity of the bandwidth you can able to transfer? What is the maximum capacity of the bandwidth by byte-coded protocol, that is PPP, you can able to transfer? That is what payload. So it will be having a link between what? Link control protocol, okay, link control protocol and the authentication protocol and network control protocol. Based on all this only, you will be analyzing the payload. What is the maximum payload? I am saying in a real-time application, suppose I am lifting a 50 kg means that what is link control protocol? Okay, how I am physically fed, how it is an authorized person who is lifting that particular product, and then the network control protocol, how they are encouraging, how others are encouraging. Even suppose for example, by alone I am lifting 40 kg means that with a group, by the encouragement of others, I can able to lift it what 50 kg also. Are understanding the payload? So likewise in network also we are having what link control protocol. So how one network is linked with the other network, whether that is an autonomous network, whether it is a LAN with the WAN network or LAN with the MAN network, what kind of network it is, that is link control protocol. And then the authentication protocol, whether the authorized person is using that particular protocol or not, only by the authorized user. And then the network control protocol, that is IP version 4 or it is IP version 6. Based on that, the IP address will be generated. Okay, are you understanding the difference? Hello, what is meant by AP? It is called as
Yes,
an
sir.
access point.
Authentication.
Okay. Yes, authentication protocol, it is having an access point. Later it will be called as an authentication protocol. It is called as an access point. Your mobile phone is having an authentication user or not? You are having a SIM. SIM is as a subscriber. What is the expansion of a SIM? SIM is a subscriber identity module, right? Have you know mobile communication? That is also one topic is there in your syllabus. Okay, your mobile terminal. From your mobile terminal, the link will be goes to what? BTS. What is BTS? Base transmission system. Okay. So in base transmission system, this entire thing will be called as what? BSC, base switching center. Okay. From the base switching center, if you are calling to the other state people, so you will be having a MSC. Okay, that is called as master switching center. Okay, from the master switching center, you can able to communicate with the people who is in the other state. Okay. Here we are having two types of register: visitor locator register and called as what? Home locator register. What is meant by HLC? Visitor locator register. Suppose for example, you are traveling from Tamil Nadu to Karnataka or Kerala or Andhra Pradesh. Okay, after receiving the border, you will receive that you are a visitor out to that particular location. Your mobile network is going to be the visitor to that particular location, and then we are having what? Okay, yeah, okay, VLR, okay, visitor locator register. Home locator register, from where you are coming. The home locator register will keep track of your information. How many calls you have did for every day, how many bandwidth you have used. Okay, what is the time of your internet login and log out, everything it will be keep track of all this information by HLR, that is home locator register. And then we are having a visitor locator register. Okay, through this we can able to communicate both the things. Okay, okay, HLR and VLR. Okay, are you understanding this topic? Next is the gas LCP. Okay, what is LCP? Okay. It is link control protocol, data link control protocol. Very good. Data link control protocol to what? What is meant by encapsulated in the format? What is encapsulation? Hello? What is encapsulation? Anyone please tell me? What is encapsulation?
Getting encapsulated inside one thing.
What is capsulated? What is capsulated? The wrapping up of data and functions into a single unit. Okay. Wrapping up of wrapping means what? Wrapping. What is the difference between wrapping and binding? Have you seen a container in a ship? Everything they will put it inside the container, irrespective to the products. Okay. So what will happen to the irrespective to the products? They will get damaged. Okay. There is a chance of lot of damage. There is a lot of probability of getting damaged. Okay. That is what wrapping up of data and functions into a single unit. That is called as what? Encapsulation. Data and function into a single unit. Okay. What is function? What are the different types of function? What type of protocol you are using in network layer? What type of protocol you are using in transport layer? What type of protocol you are using? Session layer, okay, presentation layer and application layer. Okay, each and every layer, what are the protocols you are using? That will be wrapped together. Okay, are understanding? It is not studying about data link control layer alone. Okay, if you are understanding data link layer alone, you can able to get the things more. Okay. Now, can you able to understand what is exactly the payload? Now, tell me what is exactly the payload? Anyone? Payload is nothing but the amount of information that is transmitting. Okay. In addition to the code, in addition to the ID, and in addition to the length. Okay. What is the length? It will speak about the information length. What is ID? Who is sending this information? And what is the code? From where you are sending the information? Okay. All deals about the payload. Are understanding the payload? Hello? What is the usage of padding? What is the usage of padding? What is the usage of padding? What is the purpose of padding? Padding is exactly used for what? A secure way of transmitting data. Padding is used for what? See, whenever you are visiting any website, what you will do? Suppose it is a banking sector. Whenever you are typing password, some more bits have been added or not. While you are typing your password. Hello? If you are typing your password, it is a 8-character bit. 8 character is your password. Some more bits it has been added to your password or not? Have you noticed that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, some more bits have been transmitted. That is called. That is exactly it is padding. Okay. That is exactly it is padding. Okay. Secure way of transmitting your information. Okay. See here, LCP. That is link control protocol package. Okay. First. First thing is like configuration request and then configuration acknowledgement. Configuration negative acknowledgement. Okay. Suppose for example, Nandini is coming new to my institution. What I will do, I will allocate some storage devices to Nandini. Okay, are understanding? Or Rajeshwari and any other person. Okay. So what I will do, first I will configure the payload, okay, for them. Again, I will check to that whether the payload, that is the storage, what is allocated to Nandini or Rajeshwari, I am having enough information, enough memory to store that particular capacity or not. Suppose for example, my storage is my storage in a 1 TB. Okay, I am allocating some 120 GB to Nandini or Rajeshwari. Okay, that capacity is available or not. Whether it will tell you that that capacity is available in your storage, that is acknowledgement. And if it is not available, it will throw you in a negative acknowledgement. It announces that some options are not acceptable. Are understanding what I am saying? Say yes or no. Please tell me. Announcing that some options are not acceptable. I am allocating some 120 GB for Rajeshwari and Nandini. Okay. It will send you negative acknowledgement. Why? 120 GB is not available. 110 GB is available. Are understanding? That is configuration. Negative acknowledgement. Are understanding the thing? Hello?
Yes, sir.
புரியுதுங்களா இது இது என்னன்னா நீங்க என்ன மெசேஜ் அனுப்புறீங்களோ அது எப்படி வந்து ரெண்டா டிவைட் பண்ணணும் இல்ல பேக்கெட் லாஸ் ஆச்சோ இல்ல அக்னாலஜ்மென்ட் லாஸ் ஆச்சோ என்ன பண்ணணும் it will send you the negative acknowledgement for that. It means that the frame is not received properly. Some bits have been error occurred. Okay, and then configuration reject, and then terminate request, terminate acknowledgement, and then code reject, and then protocol reject, echo request. See, you need how many rejects are there? See, configuration reject. What is configuration reject? Suppose for example, your phone capacity is full. Can you able to store or can you able to download some images from your WhatsApp? Hello, please tell me.
No.
No, you are not able to download. What is the problem in that? It's a configuration. You are not having enough memory to store that particular image in your mobile phone, right? That is configuration reject. What is code reject? It is not allowing. Why? The maximum capacity of the memory you can store it in a stack is 5. Okay, you can able to store the 6th data. You are not able to store the 6th data. Why? The stack size is 6. Totally it will be allowed only 6 data. So announces is an unknown code. Okay, don't know. Suppose the maximum capacity of your password, it has to be 4 character. 4-digit PIN number, it will be allowed. If you are typing a 5-digit PIN number, it is unknown code. Okay? The system will not recognize what you have typed also. That is code reject. And then protocol reject. What is protocol reject exactly? You tell me, anyone? See, I am using a WhatsApp. I am sending a message to you. You are not having the WhatsApp application. What you will do? Can you able to receive a message? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You are not able to receive the message. I am having the WhatsApp. From WhatsApp, I am sending a message to you. You are not having the WhatsApp facility in that particular mobile number. So it is protocol reject. Are understanding the difference? It is not at all a simple concept what you are studying. Each and everything is having its own meaning. Okay, configuration request, configuration acknowledgement, configuration negative acknowledgement, configuration reject, termination request. Okay, so everything is completed. Data transfer is done perfectly. Then you go for logout, termination, acknowledgement. Okay, and then code reject, protocol reject. Okay, without any single instruction, the computer will not do anything. Each and every aspect, what computer is displaying to you, or what command is telling to you, or what instruction is telling to you, okay, it has to follow certain protocol. Okay, that is what the importance of data link control layer. Okay, you can able to study the complete scenario of data link layer. Okay, now we are studying. Are understanding? Everything it will be decided in this data link layer protocol itself. Echo reply. I am talking to you. If echo is there, suppose I am connecting with my phone. You will get the echo or not? Hello? I will connect it, okay? Now I am connecting your class with my mobile phone, okay? Okay? See here, I am meet now, okay? I am connecting your. You will get the echo or not if 2 or more devices is connected with the same meeting. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You will get the echo. So you need echo or request or not? Have you noticed that one? Whenever you are connecting other device to your network, immediately it will tell you that add this network or transfer this network. Have you noticed in this MS Teams? You can connect your laptop and as well as you are connecting your phone. Okay, any one device it will be accepted, or you can able to connect both the devices, but the one device has to be in the mute state. Okay, if both the devices are in the unmute state and if you are talking, what will happen? The echo reply will be there. If you are talking twice or thrice, it will be gets the reply. Are understanding what is exactly the echo? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. And then discard request. Simply discard it. If it is not necessary, knowing the importance of the message, you simply discard it. Okay. The request to discard the packet. Okay. This is done by the user. And then the maximum receive unit, the payload field size is what? 1500. What is the authentication protocol? It is none. And then what is the protocol field? Compression. It is off. And then address and the common or controlled field compression. It is off. Whether you have done any compression techniques here? No, you have not done any compression technique. Protocol field compression. No, you are off. Please tell me why you are having the compression technique in off condition, why not in on condition? This is also they can ask in a MCQ. Don't know. Many people don't know what is this question itself if they are asking. In data link layer, the protocol field compression will be in the off condition or on condition, they will ask. Okay. Why it is, what is my question is, why it is in the off condition? And why this address field and control field is in the off condition? Why? Because without this address and control field, you are not able to transmit the data. That's why it is having the off condition. See, if you are going for compression technique, okay, that will not suit it. Why? Because for address field and control field, you should not go for the compression techniques. Okay, are understanding? And as well as for the protocol field, you should not go for the compression techniques. Only you can able to go for the compression techniques on the information. Are understanding, students? Please tell me. Remember that the protocol, the address and the control field should not do any kind of compression technique. Okay? Can you able to understand? Why it is default, it is a off condition? Okay, I'm asking a question. If you are making the address and the control field as on condition, what will happen? Please tell me. I will ask like this. Have you noticed this experience like this? Hello? Please tell me. சொல்லுங்க. எங்க வந்து அட்ரஸ் ஃபீல்டு இல்ல கண்ட்ரோல் ஃபீல்டு வந்து ஆன் கண்டிஷன்ல பார்த்துருக்கீங்க? ஆன் கண்டிஷன்னா என்னன்னா யார்கிட்ட இருந்து ஃபோன் வருது அப்படிங்கிறது இது உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. ஓகேவா? இப்போ உபர்ல புக் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா டிரைவரோட நம்பருக்கு உங்களுக்கு வருதா அப்ப? இல்ல 044ல இருந்து ஒரு நம்பர் வருதா? உபர்ல இல்ல ஓலால புக் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா 044ல இருந்து டிரைவர் பேசுறாரா இல்ல டிரைவர் அவருடைய பர்சனல் நம்பர்ல இருந்து பேசுற மாதிரி வருதா அப்படின்னு கேக்குறேன். ஹலோ, ப்ளீஸ் டெல் மீ. ஹலோ, see, if we are not answering, you are not able to get the things of this. Okay, டேட்டா லிங்க் லேயர் இப்போ எதனால கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றாங்க? இப்போ டிரைவரோட ஃபோன் நம்பர் உங்களுக்கு வராது, உங்களுடைய ஃபோன் நம்பர் டிரைவருக்கு தெரியாது. அது தெரியுமா? உபர்ல இல்ல ஓலால புக் பண்ணும்போது? ஹலோ, nowadays we are having a facility of privacy mechanism that the sender number or the passenger number will not be visible for the driver and the driver number will not be visible for the passenger. You will get an intermediate number only. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா they have used the technique called as the address and the control field. They have used the compression technique so that it will be in the on condition. Are understanding now?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
புரியுதாமா? ஓலால உபர்ல புக் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு டிரைவர் நம்பர் வராது, அதே மாதிரி டிரைவருக்கும் உங்க நம்பர் வந்து தெரியாது. ஓகேவா? ஆனா ப்ரீவியஸா வந்து இப்போ ஒரு 5 மாசத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களோட நம்பர் டைரக்டா டிரைவரோட நம்பருக்கே நீங்க கால் பண்ணுவீங்க. அப்போ வந்து 044 வராது. ஏன் 044 வராது? டைரக்டா அவர் டிரைவரோட நம்பர் வரும். இதனால என்னன்னா பிரைவசி லீக்கேஜ் ஆகுது. ஏன்னா இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் உங்களால வந்து சர்வீஸ் ஒழுங்கா கொடுக்க முடியல அப்படின்னா கஸ்டமர் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, ஒரு 4-5 பேர் வந்துட்டு சேர்ந்துக்கிட்டு என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, டிரைவர் அடிக்க போயிடுவாங்க. ஓகேவா? இல்ல ஃபியூச்சர்ல வந்துட்டு என்னன்னா மிரட்ட ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க. அப்போ வந்து டிரைவருக்குன்னு ஒரு பிரைவசி வேணும். அதே மாதிரி டிரைவர் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, கஸ்டமருக்கு யாருன்னு தெரியாம கஸ்டமரை மிரட்ட ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க. இல்ல எனக்கு 500 ரூபாய் கொடுக்காதீங்க, 700 ரூபாய் கொடுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஓகேங்களா? அப்ப அந்த சமயத்துல என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, the driver and the control field compression technique they will use it. Are understanding the things about this? Okay, and then the protocol what they have used, okay, that will not be visible. Okay. Okay, these are the things I am saying it very simply, but they will ask the question at the time. You will come to know the importance of these things. Okay. Okay, fine. PAP packets encapsulated in a PAP frame, PPP frame. Okay, point to point frame. Okay. See here, encapsulated. I have told you, wrapping up of data and functions in a single unit. For single unit, you are encapsulating. Okay, so what you are doing in the Google, in Ola or Uber, your number and where you have to travel it is encapsulated. What is the function? You have to travel from one place to the other place, so you have to put it as a function. So it is encapsulated. You are doing the things by using of this what protocol? This is PPP protocol. Whether it is a byte-oriented protocol or the bit-oriented protocol, it is a byte-oriented protocol. What is SDLC? It is a bit-oriented protocol. These are the things you have to keep on. You have to revising the things. Are you understanding? Hello. Yes, please. Why? Because we are almost in the end of the stage of data link control protocol. Okay, we have to complete this session. Okay. See the challenge and the response and what is the success and the failure. Okay, these are the things. Okay, challenge, response and the success and the failure. Okay, this we are calculating it. If it is a failure, we are retransmitting the data. Okay. So whenever it is facing challenge, whenever it is facing response, whenever it is facing success, whenever it is facing failure. Okay. See, if it is facing a challenge, what type of service you need it. That's why you are calling to a service provider. Okay. Suppose, for example, you have booked a ticket in the bus. Okay. From the bus operator, you are receiving a call that the bus is getting breakdown. So the service is not available. So they are telling that you are 8 o'clock. You will be waiting for the bus. Already you have booked the bus. Okay. So you are waiting the bus, and the bus operator is telling that what your bus is breakdown, so you will not get the service today. So you will refund the amount. This is the challenge. You are understanding? புரியுதா? நீங்க இன்னைக்கு ஒரு பஸ் டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, அந்த பஸ் என்னாச்சு, பிரேக் டவுன் ஆச்சு, நீங்க என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, அந்த பஸ்ல நீங்க டிராவல் பண்ண முடியாது சொல்லிட்டு பஸ் ஆப்ரேட்டர் கிட்ட மெசேஜ் அனுப்புவோம். பஸ் ஆப்ரேட்டர் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு, ரெட் பஸ்ஸுக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணி எல்லாருடைய பேசஞ்சர்ஸோடைய மணியும் ரீஃபண்ட் பண்ணுங்க அப்படிங்கிற ரெக்வஸ்ட் அனுப்புவாரு. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணுவாரு, அவரு எல்லாருடைய மணியை ரீஃபண்ட் பண்ணுவாரு. இதுதான் சேலஞ்ச். ஓகே, சேலஞ்ச். செகண்ட் திங் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். whenever you have booked the ticket, okay, and the service they are ready to provide you the service. Okay, இப்போ எந்த இடத்துல அந்த பஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, எந்த லொகேஷன்ல வந்துட்டு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற விஷயத்தை சொல்றது தான் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ். So whenever you are getting inside the bus, immediately the ticket is confirmed that and it will tell you the service provider that you have taken that particular service. Okay, and then okay, you have not at all taken the service for various reasons. Okay, are you understanding the 4 reasons? Hello?
Yes, sir.
புரியுதாமா? இந்த ரெட் பஸ்ல புக் பண்றத வச்சு நீங்க நாலுமே டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணி படிச்சுக்கலாம். ஓகே, சேலஞ்ச்னா என்ன, ரெஸ்பான்ஸ்னா என்ன, சக்சஸ்னா என்ன, ஃபெயிலியர்னா என்ன. இப்போ நீங்க வந்து அமௌண்ட் வந்து பே பண்ணிருக்கீங்க ரெட் பஸ்க்கு, அமௌண்ட் உங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ல இருந்து வந்து டெபிட் ஆயிடுச்சு, ஆனா வந்துட்டு கிரெடிட் ஆகல. யாரோட அக்கௌண்ட்ல? நீங்க எந்த பஸ்ல புக் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களோ அந்த இடத்துல. ஓகேவா? ஸோ இட் இஸ் a challenge only. So whether the amount it has to be read back to you or it has to be refunded to the corresponding the bus service provider. Okay, and then the response, and then the success and the failure. Okay, understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, you have to note down. Don't just listen the things what I am saying. If you are not noting down in a notebook, it is very difficult. You are not able to get the things properly. This is not the first batch I am taking it. This is the 4th batch I am taking it. Okay. Just please remember it and you please note it down. Okay, and then IPCP packet. Okay. Encapsulated in a PPP protocol. Okay. This is control protocol, internet protocol. Okay, we are having a control information. We are doing it with the payload. Everything we can able to do it with the payload only, not other than any other things. Okay. Any information we are doing with what? Payload only. Have you understood? And the last thing is what? Configuration request, configuration acknowledgement. This is a summary of the IPCP. Configuration request, configuration request, configuration acknowledgement, configuration reject, my termination request, termination acknowledgement, and then code reject. Okay, these are the various number of flag bits you can able to raise it so that you can able to do the things you have to done it very smoothly so that you will be receiving. Okay, and then IP datagram encapsulated in the PP. Okay, what is IP datagram? This is user datagram protocol, UDP. Okay, and then multi-link PPP. That is payload. It is distributed. Okay, you are connecting hotspot or not? Hello. The payload is distributed here or not? Yes, it is distributed. The channel 1 or the channel 2. This is device number 1. This is device number 2. Likewise, you can able to think over this. The entire payload. Okay, if you are recharged for 2 GB of data, how many hotspot? How many devices we are connected using hotspot? So the maximum number of devices you can connect it was not more than 8. Okay. If you have done with this, you can see it. Not more than 8 devices you can able to connect it with your hotspot network. Okay, the maximum load I am saying. So the 2 GB of data, how many kbps? 40 kbps speed you will receive it. So that is distributed. 40 kbps is distributed along several networks. Are you understanding? And then let us go through the frames followed by a network layer brackets as it is transmitted to the PPP connection. Okay. Shows the steps. For simplicity, we assume unidirectional movement of the data from the user's end to the server's end. Okay. That is email to the ISP, Internet Service Provider. What is the ISP? Internet Service Provider. You are sending an email. So through the Internet Service Provider, if it is available, it will send. Otherwise, it will store it in the draft. Later, when there is an internet connectivity, it will be keep on sending it. Okay, that is retransmission of data. For a certain period of time, it is storing in your outbox. It will be get deleted, and again you have to resend it. Okay, have you noticed this experience? All please tell me. இப்போ இமெயில் சென்ட் பண்றீங்க, திடீர்னு நெட்வொர்க் கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. இமெயில் சென்ட் பண்ணும்போது வந்து நெட்வொர்க் ஃபெயிலியர் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன இருக்கும்? அவுட் பாக்ஸ்ல இருக்குமா இல்லையா? ஹலோ, ப்ளீஸ் டெல் மீ. When the internet service provider is not available, it will be stored in the outbox, right? And again Yes. Again the internet is coming. What it will do? Okay.
It's automatically.
Again it will be retransmitted. Okay. Fine. This is what they are coming to you. The first two frames shows the link establishment. See, all the things we are studying based on the link establishment. We have chosen two options using PAP. Okay, for authentication and suppressing the address control field. Okay. The next several frames shown that some IP packets are encapsulated in the PPP frame. Okay. Several network protocols, okay, NCP protocol, okay, and then see here, this is an example of this, okay. It will send the configuration request and it will receive the configuration acknowledgement, and then authentication request, authentication acknowledgement, and then configuration request, configuration acknowledgement, okay. Connection establishment, data transfer by authentication, and then connection termination. Okay? If you understand, right? Okay, and then see a data transmission and termination. Have you done with this? Any doubt? Hello? Please, Amma.
No, sir.
This is a connection establishment. Connection establishment பண்ணனும்னா ரெண்டு விஷயம் பண்றாங்க. எதுல ICMP ல. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் விஷயம் கான்ஃபிகரேஷன் கரெக்ட்டா இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கறாங்க. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஆத்தென்டிகேஷன் கரெக்ட்டா இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கறாங்க. இந்த ரெண்டு விஷயம் கரெக்ட்டா இருந்தா நெட்வொர்க்கோட எஸ்டாப்லிஷ் பண்றாங்க. அதுக்கு அடுத்து என்ன பண்றாங்க? டேட்டா ட்ரான்ஸ்மிட் பண்றாங்க. கடைசியா என்ன பண்றாங்க? டெர்மினேட் பண்றாங்க. Are understanding the entire flow? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
எல்லாமே 3-way handshake புரோட்டோகால் தான்மா. நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 3-way handshake புரோட்டோகால் படிங்க. எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா போயிடும். ஓகேவா? ஏனா உங்களுக்கு சிலபஸ்ல டேட்டா லிங்க் கண்ட்ரோல் தான் போட்டுருக்காங்க. ஓகே. டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட் லேயர் புரோட்டோகாலே போடல. ஓகே. That is. So I am happy with that. I have completed this particular data link control topic. Okay, it is a very vast topic, but hope I have completed it. Okay, and you have understood the things also. Okay, really have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Really
But
understood.
it is very difficult. But if you are slowly go through the things, the major concept behind these things will be what? Connection establishment, data transfer, and connection termination only. Okay, Soundarya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much for joining. We will see.